Hello, my beautiful rosebuds. It's your favorite rosebud, the one and only Nicki K. And I am here to go over gossip with you today. And yeah, stay tuned. All right, my fellow rosebuds. So, as you saw, this conversation is literally going to be about how Nicki is out here still trying to stop bags, which I honestly thought Nicki and Cardi B dropped their beef, but whatever. I'm guessing not, because supposedly Nicki still is not here for Cardi B. And she is allegedly throwing shots at Cardi B on Tekashi 6ix9ine song Mama. Supposedly, this is allegedly, I don't know, trying to insinuate that Cardi B was getting hits and getting her stuff played pretty much because she was sucking off producers. So that was the situation or whatever of what was said in the song. Now, the reason that everybody is trying to say that Nicki is stopping bags still at this particular moment is because remember that there was supposed to be a video shoot for this video Mama, and it was shut down due to the fact that there was a shootout that happened. And so supposedly the shootout had to do with people trying to get at Tekashi 6ix9ine, but whatever the reason the shooting was, allegedly, there was a shootout that happened. And because of this shootout, it caused the video not to be made. And I'm guessing within this time frame, that's when Nicki caught wind of the verse that Tekashi 6ix9ine had in his song. Now, the reason Tekashi 6ix9ine had this verse in his song is Fashion Nova, I guess he had already had it in the song or whatever, supposedly, allegedly. And so Fashion Nova pretty much was like, okay, well, not only will we pay you for this verse, but we will go ahead and we will also, we want a visual. So we would like to have a setup in your video. And they were supposed to be in the video, but mind you, like I just sat here and said, due to the shooting that happened, they couldn't do the video. And the verse, I actually preferred the verse that was originally there because it's better. But pretty much what's happening is the verse that he had shouting out Fashion Nova was the portion. You know what, instead of me telling you what the lyric was, just listen to it yourself. So I'll be back.
Split splash, Fashion Nova, make that split splash, Fashion Nova, make that.
All right, guys, so y'all just heard the verse, and pretty much in the verse he is stating splish splash, Fashion Nova, make that ass fat. And so, you know, Fashion Nova's they're excited. It's they feeling dope. They feeling hype because not only are they getting shouted out in the song, that's gonna bring people their way because that's gonna you know, he is mentioning Fashion Nova, so his fans are gonna sit there and they are going to come to Fashion Nova based off him shouting them out. And Fashion Nova, you know, it seemed like they were trying to be like positive about the situation because, you know, they were supposed to have the visuals where they were supposed to be showing up in the video also. But because of that shootout that happened where allegedly Tekashi 6ix9ine was being targeted, but, you know, he actually wasn't in that room and nobody got hurt, luckily, but because, you know, the shooting happened, they went ahead and they had to shut down the set for shooting because shut down the set for shooting the video because of an actual shooting. that really did happen there. So, you know, that they're already kind of bummed out about that, but they're like, okay, we're still getting shouted out in the song, so it's dope. So they out, promoting the verse and everything. Well, Nicki Minaj caught wind of the fact that they were getting shouted out in the song. And when Nicki Minaj caught wind of it, sources are saying that she was not happy. She wasn't here for it. She was like, no, this can't happen, because as you know, her and Cardi B, even though they came out and they said that they were going to drop the beef and that they were over it, and as long as, you know, each other didn't talk, one didn't talk about the other and vice versa, they weren't going to mention each other no more. But let's be real, obviously Nicki Minaj is still feeling some type of way, because the whole reason that they are saying she didn't want him acknowledging Fashion Nova is because Fashion Nova has a deal with Cardi B where she has an actual Fashion Nova collection with them. And so Nicki Minaj wasn't happy about that, and she was like, no, I don't want to sit here and be a part of a song where it is shouting out Fashion Nova, because all it's going to do is put light on Cardi B. It's going to help Cardi B out. And let's be real, like, Cardi B has been doing her thing lately. She's got like 7 songs on the top 100, 7 or 8 songs, 7 on the top 100 chart. She's getting put on magazine covers. She's sitting here she's about to be a part of a new a Netflix series that's supposed to have Chance the Rapper and a Tip on there, where it's being produced by John Legend and his people through Netflix. So I mean, Cardi B out here winning, and I mean, I'ma be real, it does look like Nicki Minaj is jealous of Cardi B, because Cardi B has always propped up Nicki Minaj. She looked at Nicki Minaj as an idol, but obviously Nicki Minaj thought that she was better than Cardi, and she didn't think Cardi was supposed to be out in the scene as hype as she is, especially, you know, as a rapper, because Nicki Minaj's big thing about Cardi B is Cardi B doesn't write her stuff. But you know the difference between, let's put it this way, the reason that people are, even though supposedly Cardi B does write, she gets help or whatever, but people don't really focus on that with Cardi B because of how real Cardi B is and how everybody, they mesh together. She meshes with the people. She's for the people. And then they were saying that Nicki Minaj pretty much told him to take the verse out, but the thing about it is Tekashi 6ix9ine didn't have a problem with it because of the simple fact, as you know, he's dating one of those 2 sisters that supposedly Cardi B had beef with, Jade. He is supposedly dating her, and that's Cardi B and her had beef, and Nicki Minaj is actually also helping them sue her. Plus, he is riding with Nicki Minaj, so he is backing her in the situation, and he's like, well, you know what, I don't really care about Fashion Nova anyway. I just put them in the song just to make it dope, but I can go ahead and I can change the verse if you need me to. If that will make you feel better and we'll be cool, I'll change the verse. And so he did change the verse. Yes, he did change the verse. And I'm going to let y'all hear that verse now. So be right back.
Splash, apple bottles make that ass fat. Everybody. Split splash, apple bottles make that ass fat.
Yes. Y'all heard that verse right. He literally changed Splish Splash, Fashion Nova make that ass fat to Splish Splash, apple bottoms make that ass fat. He literally referred to apple bottoms, which was the thing to wear when I was a teenager and when I was young. And dude, like, I am in my 30s. So it has been some years since apple bottom has been popping. and he decided he was going to use that verse. But here's the thing now. Remember, I told you he had a contract with Fashion Nova, and Fashion Nova paid him up front. They said that it's alleged that they paid him 6 figures up front for, you know, the name drop in the song plus the visual. Now, mind you, like I just sat here and said, they ain't get they visual, and it don't look like they gonna get they visual because he's currently in prison awaiting his trial in the federal cases on those 6 charges he's been indicted for. And so they was banking on the verse being in the song when the song dropped, because, you know, it dropped early and then he went on ahead and dropped it and he didn't put the song in. So I am laughing right now because pretty much Cardi B, your hate for Cardi B might cost you some bread, because let's be real, you didn't hold your end of the bargain for Fashion Nova, and you allowed Nicki, just because she doesn't she doesn't want Fashion Nova to be shouted out due to them working with Cardi B, you allowed her to, and then you allowed her to get in your head. I'm pretty sure you allowed the Jade girl and her sister to get in your head about, no, why are you putting Fashion Nova in the song? They work with Cardi B. Cardi B is our enemy, blah, blah, blah. And so he let all these people get in his head to where he didn't sit here and think about the fact that what he did would be considered a breach of contract. What he did can be considered a breach of contract, to where now if Fashion Nova wants to, they can sue him and get in line with the booking agency and get in line with the security agency and get in line with all these people, like even the 2 strippers that have his baby, to get in his pockets. But they would really be getting their money back, but they could probably, you know, sue for a little bit more, maybe. I don't really know how that would work. You guys let me know. But at the end of the day, Tekashi 6ix9ine, allowed other people get in his head to fuck up his deal that he had already signed, sealed, delivered. He let them get in his head and mess that up to the point now where they could take him to court ultimately if they wanted to. So this could completely and utterly bite him in the ass, and it ain't like he can really be losing money right now. Forget how everybody else is in line. He needs to keep them lawyers paid, because he's trying to fight for his freedom right now. He is trying to fight so that he doesn't get put in prison right now for 25 to life. That's what he's fighting for right now. And he just allowed all these people, Nicki Minaj allegedly, I'm going to say allegedly, but Nicki Minaj allegedly he allowed to get in his head. I mean, she didn't force him to change it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, he was trying to do this, I guess, to show that he was loyal to her, plus to make his girl Jade happy, which now your ass is in prison. And you need all the money that you can get. And I don't see people really wanting to work. And then, you know, this could be a bad look for him, because if you really think about it, like, what company is really going to work with him? Because they're going to be like, well, if we end up working with somebody that you don't like, you going to end up doing the same thing to us, and you going to end up screwing us over. So yeah, he pretty much allowed Nicki Minaj to do that. And now he's paying for it. But I am going to go ahead and end this story here. Well, this conversation here. I do thank you guys so much for tuning in and sticking with the rant. And like, comment, subscribe. Give me y'all's opinion. Let me know if you feel the same way that I do. And until the next video. Bye.